right, so Peter Yan, Sean O'Malley. What's your thoughts?
I think this is a tough fight for Sean O'Malley. This is a big step up from his last fight against Pedro. I don't think he was winning that Pedro fight, and Pedro's a gatekeeper. Now he's going up against the number 2 guy, technically number 1 guy in that division. I think this was...
You had to throw that little jab at the Funk Master?
Huh?
You had to throw a little small jab?
No, yeah. No, but I don't got Sean winning this fight. That doesn't mean this isn't a path to victory for him though. The path to victory for Sean is if he comes out, because it's a 3-round fight. If I remember correctly, it's 3 rounds.
Yeah.
If he can pull out early, come out strong early, because Yan takes a minute to get ready. He takes a minute to get his game plan, he's more of a steamroller. He's a very, I won't say slow starter, but he's a very consistent starter. He's not going to come out and start blasting. If Sean can score big in the early rounds, in 1 and 2, he can take the fight from him.
Do you feel like they're rushing Sean because of his ability to draw?
I can't even say they're rushing him, because this is the shit he wants. And they're just giving him what he wants. And not necessarily what he wants, but what he's asking for. You know? It's like he wants to fight the best guys. And right now we're in a situation where he's daring to be great. I can't say it's the organization that's doing it. Even though they're giving to him, they want him to be great, because he got a mouth on him, and he got a lot of popularity. He got a growing fan base. But this is going to be the moment that either makes or breaks his career as a fighter. I wouldn't say make or break, because he's relatively young. He's young for the sport. So this is just going to be a moment where he's like daring to he's either going to fly too close to the sun, or he's going to he's going to be that dude who did it.
How does it end?
How's it end?
Yeah.
So this is going to be one where I say either ends. It went to decision, or it ends with Sean getting knocked out. That's how it's going to end for me, because that Pedro fight, he was getting broken down. I know he said that he wants that fight, but everybody saw the scorecards. Pedro was winning. Everybody who watched the fight, honestly watched the fight, knew Pedro was winning. Pedro was breaking him down. Sean was unable to adjust his striking. He started to adjust in the second round, but he was still getting outstruck. And he still didn't feel like he had good footing. You're going to get someone who's arguably the best striker in that division.
That's one thing I can say about Yan.
Yeah, he's the best striker. He's the best dude. And you couldn't handle the gatekeeper of the top 10. So I know as far as the UFC goes, it's always not, if you can't beat fighter A, you can't beat fighter B. But this is one of those circumstances you're beating someone who's significantly better than the guy that you couldn't beat, that you had problems with, I want to say, because we don't know how that fight was going to go. Like, we know how it was going. We don't know how it was going to go, though. So it's going to be a tough fight for him, but he's daring to be great. You can't be mad at somebody for daring to be great.
I favor Yan. Yan has a real tight, come-forward style that really, he doesn't leave a lot of mistakes out there.
Yeah.
And
But that's also a detriment to him, because he's real conservative with his striking. That's what I'm saying. Sean can pop off early in those first 2. If he can get the first one and make the second one debatable, that's a victory in my book for him. Because I feel like we all see how it happens when Yan goes to decision. That's going to be definitely skewed in his favor. If he can even just muddy the waters in the second one and definitely win the first one, it's going to be him. Like we saw Yan versus Sterling. He got started real slow in that first round. He got started real slow. I think he won. I think didn't they give Sterling the first round in that fight, or did they give him the second?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. But I just know he stole an early round from Yan. So Yan is capable of having a round stolen from him just from his own conservativeness. So I think this is going to be one of those moments that ends up on somebody's 20 for 20. I mean 30 for 30. This is the moment their career ended. This is the moment that their career was made. And when I say somebody, I mean Sean. Because Jan uses, he's still going. If Jan uses, no one's not going to think lesser of him. They're just going to think better of Sean. If Sean loses, I don't think nobody should think less of him because he's losing to the number 2 guy. But they are just from the nature of his personality. Going to think like, oh, he's
Hype job.
He's a hype job. Yeah. They pushed him too early. Oh, he's not shit. You all see what happens when the guy who talks shit loses. You see it happened with Conor when he lost. He dared to be great. He dared to take all that time off. He dared to get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. People still make fun of him.
Shit. That payday. You know what I'm saying? If I can get 100 off the top, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'll do that shit right now. Only person I wouldn't do that with is probably like Deontay Wilder. I like my brain intact, but yeah, man, he's daring to be great.